purpose of this video is to test the functionality of the registration process. I will be using the data mentioned within my documentation under the post-developmental testing registration process section. And where I have mentioned email, I will not be using this data for reasons mentioned within the documentation. So if I go ahead and press sign up, there are 8 tests that I will be implementing within this video, starting with the first one. The aim of the first test is to ensure that there is no duplicate usernames within the database. So currently within the database, there is a user with the username testing, and the test data I have defined also contains testing. So let me go ahead and sign up and input the test data. And as you can see, all but the fact that testing is redundant data, all the data is valid and within the bounds. So if I press register, a message pops up accordingly, informing the user that the username already exists. So if I go ahead and delete this data and move on to the second test, the second test ensures that the program rejects if any empty data fields are returned. So if I were to enter this data, and nothing for the password, and press register, the previous message is discarded and a new one pops up, informing the user that the password needs to be longer than 10 characters. Moving on to test number 3, I'm going to be inputting this data, which doesn't fit the bounds of registering, as the username is longer than 10 characters, the password is less than 10 characters, and it needs a capital letter, number, and special character. So if I put in pass, and press register, and as you can see, a message is displayed accordingly. Informing the user that their username needs to be shorter than 10 characters. If the user were to fix this error and change their username to GamerM instead of MazeGamer99, press register, they are met with another prompt informing them that their password needs to be longer than 10 characters. If the user were to go ahead and fix that and make the password longer than 10 characters, so moving on to test number 5 and click register, the previous prompt is removed and is replaced with a new one, informing them that the password should include at least 1 capital letter. And if the user were to fix that, moving on to test number 6, and were to add a capital letter, a prompt appears accordingly, informing them that the password should include at least 1 number. If the user were to add a couple of numbers on top of that, which is test number 7, the program will inform the user that the password should include at least 1 special character, And now if the user fits all the bounds of registering, an account should be created. So if I were to go ahead and refresh the database currently, there is no username under the name GamerM, but if I were to rerun it, GamerM shows up accordingly. And that is the end of my post-developmental testing of registration section. Thank you.